just tell you a little bit about this program. I'm a student social worker at the University of Health and Counseling Center, who meets with students who are experiencing common life stressors or general work life stressors. Before we begin our session, I just want you to know that it's a safe place where you can talk about anything here that will stay private unless something is shared that could harm you or someone else. So to begin, what's going on? What brought you here?
I'm from 6 hours away. I'm from Michigan, and I came here as a freshman. My mom is my best friend, and my other group of best friends are from home. So I came here by myself, which was the best decision I ever made, but I expected to make more friends that understood me better. I have friends that I live with, but they're too immature to understand some of the issues I have. Like, I have anxiety, and I don't know how to cope with it with my course load being a junior. And I can't talk to my mom all the time, so if something happens, I don't really have someone to talk to.
Have you always dealt with anxiety, or is it kind of developed through,
It's been about 7 or 8 years.
Okay. And what do you take anything for anxiety?
I do.
Okay. Does that help? Does that seem to help?
Sometimes I'm in the middle of a med change, so it's not helping completely with everything going on, but it helps compared to not taking anything.
How many hours do you take?
16, I think.
Okay. And is that expected? Do you have to take that many for your courses? Okay.
Yep.
All right. Do you have a hard time, maybe, doing things on time? Do you procrastinate where it's stressing you out and causing anxiety, or is it just a lot of work from, all of your classes?
It's both added up, I feel like, because I feel like I'd rather sit down and I have a lot of papers, and I'd rather sit down and do a paper once and do it all at the same time and have it be really good, instead of doing a little bit at a time and then coming back to it and doing it again. I feel like that's just not good for me. So I guess I'm a perfectionist and also a procrastinator, so it's a bad combo.
Yeah, so you don't need any tutoring services or anything.
I don't think so.
You're pretty good at getting your work done when it's supposed to be done. So what do you think's stressing you out the most? The fact that you're far away and you can't always talk to your mom, or is it just the fact that you have school plus your mom's not physically here?
I think it's both. It's just hard when I want to call her or have her. I don't know. I mean, I came because she doesn't always know what the right thing to say. So when I'll be talking and I kind of want input back, she doesn't always give input back. She doesn't really know what. She's like, well, what do you want me to say? I mean, sometimes there's situations where you can't say anything.
Yeah, she doesn't know how to directly help you when she's that far away. Because sometimes it's I feel like anxiety's kind of a battle that you deal with yourself, and it's trying to help yourself, be a little bit less anxious. What are some things that you do to help yourself with your anxiety when you are feeling really anxious?
A lot of times I'll lay down and try and focus on my breathing. My mom is a yoga instructor at home, so she's always like, yoga, breathe.
Yeah.
So it'll help. Or I'll take a nap, go for a run, take a shower, try to distract myself from what's going on so I can calm down and then focus on what I have to do that day.
Okay, so does that usually help for a long period of time when you do that kind of stuff, or does it kick back in shortly after?
It helps usually. I mean, I'm still stressed out after the anxiety attack, but usually I can at least try and get some work done after.
Right. Okay.
It's hard with the amount of homework I have because you don't really get to take a break and just
You don't have time.
Yeah.
Do you have a job?
I did. I quit because it was causing too many problems in my life.
Okay, so your parents help out with financials and everything, so it's just school that's stressing you out.
Well, financial stuff still bothers me because we had a lot of money issues when I grew up. My parents' identities got stolen a couple times, and my dad used my college fund to pay for the house one time. So it's kind of in the back of my mind because I feel like I don't have enough money to buy food, and that's why I was working, but I don't know. I hate my parents supporting me, but they're like, that's what parents are supposed to do.
Yeah, so. Especially through school.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to have a job and pay for things and then also deal with everything else that you have to deal with through school and the stress of it. Are you involved in any programs?
I'm in a professional agriculture sorority, but I changed my major to social work, so I still have interest in ag, but they don't have the same classes as I do,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how my roommates are too. So you don't really have someone outside of classes
Right.
to talk to.
They don't really understand
Yeah.
kind of what kind of classes and where your drive is in social work.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Would you be interested in like maybe seeking out other organizations that you could go? Are you religious?
Kind of. I miss my church from home because it was
Okay.
like a family. So
Um,
maybe.
have you ever tried Christian Student Fellowship, CSF?
I have not.
Okay. Um, that could be a really good program to get you into, like maybe kind of starting there and seeing where, if like meeting people and like maybe you could make friends through through your beliefs and see if maybe, because they're dealing with the same thing, they're students as well. So I think that like maybe meeting people and really, because I'm sure a lot of people deal with anxiety. So maybe, meeting people who are dealing with the same thing as you and then also have kind of some common things that you guys have in, like, with each other, you know. Um, would you be interested in that?
Possibly.
Okay. Well, we could start there and see if that helps. And maybe just work on maybe trying to, like, spend time each day to do some of those things that help with your anxiety, like taking just a 10-minute break to just take a breather, or going on a 30-minute run, or just doing things that are going to help you, you know, pass through the day. So why don't we start there, with each day just trying to spend just a teeny bit of time to just do something that you know that helps. So, do you ever get to go home and kind of visit family and your mom and maybe go back to your old church or anything?
Usually only holidays.
Did they ever come here?
They came a couple weeks ago actually, which was nice, but you didn't really get to do much because we were either at my house or we were like in public, so you can't really talk about much.
Do you ever consider driving home sometimes, maybe on a long weekend or?
During school, no. Mostly because I'd rather be here than be home because I can do my homework here. If I go home, I'm not going to do homework. Plus, going home is the last thing I want to do usually.
How often do you see your friends from home, the ones that you're really close
Usually
with?
only holidays.
Do you talk to them very often during the week?
Not really. They have their own lives and I have my own, so I try not to, stress them out with what's going on in my life.
But do you think that maybe talking to your friends would help? Maybe, like, I mean, they're there for you. Do you think that they would help with your anxiety and the issues that you're dealing with, even though they have their own issues as well?
Maybe. Sometimes they have, sometimes I feel like everyone's just too busy worrying
And
about
maybe
what's
you could try
happening.
that, talking to your friends instead, because maybe your mom can help, but you have other people with their ideas and how to calm you down and if they've known you for long enough.
Yeah.
And you don't feel like you have friends here, like really close friends here.
Nope.
So maybe talking to them more would help with your anxiety and kind of coping with your stressors from school. And what do you want to work on? What's your goal to get out of this session or get out of these sessions?
Mostly like to figure out other ways besides what I'm doing to try and cope with it. And then I'm also trying to figure out, I have to make more friends because the friends I have are not good enough. So
Do you do a lot of your coping mechanisms every day, like going on a run or breathing or like things like that that help you? Do you do those daily, or is it just kind of when you find time?
when I have time, because I don't have time to go for a run all the time, unfortunately.
Well, maybe we could start off with once a day you finding like 20 to 30 minutes to cope with those issues. If you're stressing out, or stop when you're stressing out about school, stop for a couple minutes and just breathe, or go on a run and then go back to working, or just take a break, because I think a lot of anxiety begins when you're just overwhelming yourself with everything And sometimes I think that, you know, doing the things that you like to do would help. You know, going on a run and kind of like clearing your mind and then starting fresh would help, you know.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll start with that, and then the next time we meet, we will see how that works and go from there. How
Okay.
does that sound?